Good evening, everyone. My name is Clementine Bihiga, and we are here in the beautiful city of Bel-Air celebrating the second annual awards for the Desire to Inspire Foundation. We have a great night planned ahead, and we have wonderful guests that came here to support the event, and today we'll be interviewing some of them. I would like to welcome Miss Wendy Leonard. Come on over. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, it's so nice to see you here today. Oh, thank you, thank you. So tell me, Miss Wendy, why are you here today?
Actually, I am here because of you. This is my, we've known each other for a while now, and we've connected, and you asked me to come to this event. I didn't know that much about Desire to Inspire, but I knew that I believe in the things that you do, but also these women, I just are connecting and helping each other, supporting each other, and that's what we as women have to do. We have to change some of these generational cycles, and I love that we're all supporting each other.
That's awesome. So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yay.
So what have you learned about Desire to Inspire so far? I know you just met the founder.
Right.
Tell me what you've learned about it so far.
Well, just the fact that we're all inspired by hope, right? And that these children over in Africa, there's needs for them. And we live in our comfy little society over here, but those kids, they are not living the same way that we are. And, but they also have the same human spirit that we do, which is really, it's hope, and we can all relate to that. And these kids, you can see them smiling in all these pictures. It's not, you don't see the sadness that we've seen in the past, and I think that that's what this group is bringing. Like, there is the light, and we all just need to focus on it, whether we're here in the States and having like our basic needs met, or these kids over there that aren't, but we can bring that to them, and they also are bringing something to us. So I'm so glad to meet this group of women that are, and Dawn, who has, showed me what you guys are doing over there, and you're my connection to those children. You were one of those kids over there, and I love you so much, and it makes me feel connected to those kids because you were one of them once. So
Well, thank you so much, Miss Wendy.
You're welcome.
And let me just ask you one last question. What inspires you? What lights up that fire in you that makes you just want to be here and want to make change, want to bring change in this world?
Well, and I think that's why we connected when we met, and that's really because we both have that kind of gift where when we look at someone, we don't see like everything that's weighed them down in their lives. We actually see like their gifts, like their potential in this life, and we all have it, and we're all kind of brought down by life and what it brings to us, but still our human spirit is we're here for a purpose, and I just love to see like people kind of fulfilling what they're meant to be.
I love it. And as you have seen today, we just have some great, amazing, inspirational guests, and Wendy is one of them. And I'll be more than happy to introduce you to other guests that are doing the same thing, okay? So stay with us. This is an amazing event. And Wendy, thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Now we have our second guest coming today. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I work with Desire to Inspire Foundation.
What made you start working with Desire to Inspire Foundation? What brought you in?
What brought me in was Dawn Whitty and her vision to make changes to the world and make a difference in Africa and all of the experiences that she's had, and she's brought them home, and we've just kind of facilitated everything that she's wanted to make come to life.
And have you been to Africa yet, or are you planning on going to Africa?
I would love to go to Africa someday. At this point, I have a small child, and so it's definitely in my future. And so right now, I'm just doing everything that I can here locally.
Well, Africa does welcome small children, so you can actually take the baby to Africa. I'm sure they will love it.
He would actually have the best time ever. I mean, he's into animals and playing with other kids, and I mean, the environment itself, he would be so excited.
So you should just move to Africa in that case. That would work out.
I probably will, yes.
Well, thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank
you.
you.
Are awesome. And thank you so much for coming to support Dawn. She is a wonderful woman.
Yes,
thank you so much.
for being here.
No problem. So we have our next guest, and come on down. Can you please introduce yourself?
Laura Lang. Hello.
Okay, Miss Laura, and what brings you here today? What made you stop everything you are doing today to come here and support Dawn?
Well, I have believed in Dawn. I've met Dawn and what she's doing in the world and here in the U.S. as well, just bringing all these women and people together. I wanted to be a part of this event. I was a part of her event last year, so I'm actually a part of the Desire to Inspire family, and everything that Dawn is doing, I am behind as well. So it's great to have someone that's out there supporting and kind of being the leader of.
Right, very strong woman. Very strong woman, yes.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working with Dawn?
I've known Dawn now for 2 years, so I've been a part. I was a part of the first event that she had this time last year, as well as this year. So I've known her for 2 years, and it's been wonderful. I feel very fortunate to be a part of this group and to meet these strong people, and I hope to go to Africa at some point as well in the future.
So I am from Africa. I'm originally from Rwanda, and I might be biased, but I have to tell you that you need to go to Rwanda and visit that country. It is a very, very beautiful country, and you will be inspired. You think this is inspiration? Wait until you actually get there and meet the kids, and you know your heart will just melt.
Well, and that's what Dawn is behind the love and the children and just making that a better place, and that melts my heart as well. So.
Well, and just to let you know, for those who are not able to be here today, you can always find out more information about Desire to Inspire by going to www.desiretoinspirefoundation.org. And from there, you can sign up for the newsletter. You can sign up to be an ambassador and spread the word. And most importantly, you can actually be one of the volunteers that takes a trip to Africa and meet these wonderful kids. Okay, so we are waiting for you to go online and do that because we could not host everyone here tonight. We could not share our message with everyone here tonight, but thank God for technology, it's going to happen. So please, yes, thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You're lovely. You're a very lovely lady. And we have another guest here who we would like to hear her word and talk about why she's here. Can you please introduce yourself to everyone?
Sure, my name is Heather Kirsten.
Heather Kristen, thank you so much for coming today. It's a pleasure to meet you. And so why are you here today?
I met Dawn Whitty on her first Desire to Inspire award show last year because my best friend Allie Mae Thomas, who's on honoree this year, was doing an art display. And I liked what she was doing, and I like that she is recognizing women that are making a change in the world. So and I'm here to support her and my best friend.
And you know what's so special about this event? We are celebrating women. We are celebrating women that are so fearless, and they're not going to let anything put them down, and they're going to go and change the world. And Dawn has inspired all of us just by coming here and seeing what she has done. And I see that it's also reflected in your remarks about, you know, how you met her. Yep. And so what do you wish to get from this event today?
I hope for myself as a photographer and a graphic designer that I can in turn give back to the community and share my knowledge as I learn it to other people.
So what kind of ways, as a photographer and a designer, what kind of ways would you give back? As you know, thinking about the foundation today, how would you use your skill set to help give back to the foundation?
Well, I thought about designing something, and then all the profits would go to the foundation. Not
awesome.
And I do that as a photographer now. 10% of what I make goes to a charity.
That is great. That's great. And what's the name of your company?
It's Frankie Designs. Frankie Creates.
Frankie Creates. So you can always go online and look at her work also. And as you have heard, 10% goes to helping charities and organizations such as Dawn's organization, Desire to Inspire Foundation. So please go online and check her out. I have seen her do her work here tonight, and she is amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, let's cut for now. So welcome back to our second annual Desire to Inspire Foundation.org Awards event. We are so happy to be with a lot of guests here that are so inspiring. And today we are talking to some of them to see why they are here, what makes them feel inspired and things like that. So today we have a very handsome gentleman here. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Jason and I'm from Wisconsin.
Jason from Wisconsin. He flew all the way from Wisconsin to be here for this wonderful event. Thank you so much for coming. Now, what brings you here from all the way from Wisconsin?
So actually, I'm from Ghana as well. I met Dawn a year ago, and then we started a project to help give life and future to kids all across the globe. So we put our ideas together, and then we realized that kids all need love, and then the best we can show them is give them the necessary steps, the baby steps they need in life. And then the baby steps is just showing them love, giving them the basic needs, help them through education, be their mentor, and just, being there for them, so they know that they have some guiding angels around them. And
that is great. That is so inspiring. We definitely need more men like you in this world to mentor the future leaders of our countries, our nations. And I am so glad that you did get connected with Dawn. Can you talk about how you and Dawn met?
Okay, so I have another partner who lives in Ghana, and then we started a foundation called You at Heart. And at You at Heart, basically, we just brought our individual monies and we go to hinterlands, villages, to help kids who don't have the basic health needs. So we scrutinize them, malaria, tuberculosis, and then we give them books, clothes. So we realized there's a huge problem out there. So why not take it a step further? And then I started another foundation called Teach for Growth. And Teach for Growth basically is giving kids the big brother and big sister they need in their life. So when we started it, Dawn actually, from nowhere, just jumped on board and said, you know what? I have a foundation called Desire to Inspire. So, and then Teach for Growth is also a network to inspire. So eventually we all just connected, and then I planned a trip to Ghana last year, and she also said, I just booked my ticket. So we all flew. And then the funny thing is, she flew to London and I flew to Amsterdam, and we got to Ghana the same day. But,
wow, that's awesome. It's definitely meant to be.
But then the funny thing is, I didn't meet her at the airport because the customs in Ghana is a little bit, So we just went through the next day. We went to the orphanage, and then boom, things started happening.
Well, you know what? I am not surprised that's how you met Dawn. Dawn is the kind of woman that she just jumps out of nowhere and she's full of energy. She's like a powerhouse pretty much. And you pretty much want to work with Dawn. That's just the kind of woman she is and the reason why we are here today. I can tell you that I, for the first time, met Dawn yesterday. Trust me, I met Dawn face-to-face yesterday, but we have been communicating for the past couple months, and she has just brought some inspiration in me and just that fire to go out and conquer the world and make it a beautiful, wonderful place to live. So Jason, I thank you so much for being here, and keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. Thank you. And just to let you know again, if you want to be more involved in this wonderful mission, please go to www.desiretoinspirefoundation.org. I almost missed that. Desiretoinspirefoundation.org. On there, you can sign up for the newsletters. They're always full of inspiration. You can go ahead and be one of the volunteers to actually go to Africa and meet these children face to face. You are just going to fall in love with these children, and there is no way you are going to ignore what you see there. You are going to want to make a change. You are going to want to be an agent of change. Another thing you can do, if you have little kids and you're just traveling is not feasible for you right now, you can be an ambassador. You can be an ambassador and spread the word about this awesome mission that we are here to support. You can also go on Desire to Inspire Facebook account and watch this video and share it. We want you to share this with everyone you can think of, because this is a movement, and this movement is not stopping anytime soon. Thank you so much for coming. Now we have our next guest. Come on down. Now this lady looks ravishing today. Can you check her out? I feel like I'm going to India. Like, I feel like I should watch a Bollywood movie right now. This is awesome. There you go. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Allie Mae Thompson.
Allie Mae Thompson, that's her name. Did I even say it right? I don't think so. Allie Mae Thompson. And you know what? This is so embarrassing that I just said her name wrong, but she's one of the women that are receiving an award tonight, and she's definitely dressed and looks the part. Can you please share with us more about your work?
Well, I'm a humanitarian. I donated a kidney to one of my very best friends' 4-year-old daughter, and when Dawn and I first met, we pretty much adored each other at first sight. And,
how did you and Dawn meet?
We met at a convention, psychic medium convention for Laura Lynn Jackson. So we were pinging ideas off of each other about her book that she was working on called Be, and now is here and published. And so proud of her and her work, and to call her sister and friend. And
that is awesome. And you know what I love about this woman? She's like the total opposite of me. She's mellow. Like, when I look at her, I feel calm, and I feel like I should just be walking around with her to just bring me back to earth and feel calm. And I am so glad that I got to meet you today, and you definitely deserve the award. So what makes you feel inspired?
I just want to say you look absolutely stunning.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Now tell me more about your inspiration. Where do you get your inspiration from?
Honestly, from nature. Nature is so incredibly, magnificently beautiful and creative on its own. It's just magnificent with the life force energy. And my visit to India like woke up my soul and changed the makeup of my body and how I see the world and what I believe God to be in the world, which nature to me is pure source and intelligence and infinite wisdom.
Wow, nature brings infinite wisdom. Did you guys hear that? You know what? You have inspired me to appreciate nature even more. So this is what I'm going to be doing. When I'm taking my walk, I am slowly just going to look at the beautiful trees and the beautiful plants and have a conversation with them, right? Yes. Can they talk back? Can we communicate? Yes. See, I told you. That is what we are going to be doing today, just appreciating the little things that we just ignore every day. And these little things that we have here that we don't appreciate, they can make a huge difference, which is why we have this beautiful woman here standing here with us. Thank you so much. You are so awesome. Thank you. Oh, there you go. All right, we are moving on, everyone. This is such an amazing event. I wish you are here today. Hopefully, pretty soon we'll show you how the tables are set up and just the whole atmosphere. We have a choir entertaining us tonight, and this choir is amazing. I heard them perform today, and I literally felt like I was going to grow some wings and fly. That is how awesome the choir is. We have great music, we have great food, and just thank you so much for tuning in and watching us. Now we are going to welcome our next guest. He has been called the director of everything and anything. So please, Clay, please come on down. How are you tonight?
Doing great. How are
you look ravishing.
Thanks. You look beautiful.
Well, because I knew I was going to be standing right here next to the director of everything. I got to look the part.
Oh, no, I think you put me to shame for sure.
No,
yeah.
That is not true. So tell me, why are you here today?
Well,
obviously, you're the director of everything. You had to be here. But really, why are you here?
I mean, I'm here for the steak because I'm really excited about that, but also just to,
I feel you on that one.
yeah, but it's a great event. I mean, it supports kids all over the world, and we're just trying to make their lives a little bit better. Hard to say no to that.
That is true. It's hard to see a child that really needs your love and support and just ignore it. And you know what? We need a lot more men like you. I wish I could clone you into like a million men. We will be awesome. You know, the whole world will be such a better place. Now, can you tell me how you met Dawn?
Yeah, so I actually went to high school with one of her daughters. I was in the same year as her, and we became friends, and then throughout all the birthday dinners and parties and stuff, I got to know Dawn on like an actual personal level too. And then she offered me this job, and now I'm there almost every day.
You know what? It's so hard not to be around Dawn and not to feel inspired and really not want to leave. You know, she's the kind of woman that just draws you in with her love, with her warmth, and just with her wisdom on how we can all work together to change the world for a better place. And I know you are a minority, being the only guy on there. How do you like it working with all these strong-willed women, Clay? Be honest.
I mean,
be honest.
Okay.
You're on the show. Be honest. How do you like it?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Surrounded by beautiful, strong women every day. How can you complain about that at all?
Definitely you can complain, because that would be the wrong answer to this question. Yeah. Well, Clay, so what do you hope to see for the Desire to Inspire Foundation? What do you hope the future of this to be?
Well, personally, on a personal note, I am looking forward to hopefully getting to go to Africa and help the kids myself. I know Dawn's been able to do it a few times, but I would love to get out there and do the same thing. As an organizational standpoint, just to throw more events like this and get more trips going and just get bigger, I guess. Get more people to know about it so they can contribute too.
Thank you so much. That's great. And to help Clay's mission and vision, please go online on www.desiretoinspirefoundation.org and sign up for the newsletter, volunteer to go on one of the trips, or just be an ambassador. Just be an ambassador and spread the word, because this event, this movement, you don't want it to leave you behind. You want to be part of this movement. And I know you're feeling it, and I know you're going on there right now and you're typing in the web address. And I thank you in advance for doing that. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Clay. All right, who do we have next? Laura Swan, the famous Laura Swan. How are you? So good to see you. I've seen you on pictures, and I saw a pamphlet that had your name on it and your picture on it, and it had my picture on it, and I was like, wow, I must be really special to be next to that lady. So we have met finally. So why are you here today? Apart from the fact that you are going to be receiving one of the awards, why are you here?
I believe in Dawn with all of my heart, and the message of this foundation, the Desire to Inspire, is truly, it's the most important thing in my heart and my life too, is to be an example for the world, to be an example of light and of love and of kindness and of giving. I strive for that every day, and this foundation was built on those principles and built on the heart and the love that comes from Dawn, and I just want to support anything that she does, because I know that it's come from the truest place that it can possibly come from. And I got to be a part of a lot of this unfolding by working closely with her, and there's no one I believe in more. So I would be here no matter what. I would be here. I have a young baby at home. I just had a baby a few months ago.
Oh,
and
congratulations, boy or girl.
It's a boy, and this is my first night out.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Girl, you need to really have a good time. I am going to make it my personal mission to make sure that you have a good time today.
Well, there could not be a better way to come out than to be here.
And you don't look like you just had a baby, girl. What are you doing?
Eating and sleeping as much as I can, and not a lot right now. So thank you. I
That's
appreciate
good.
that.
Well, you know what? The way you explained Dawn to me, I was listening to you and I was like, oh my God, she's like my twin. Because that's the exact same way I feel about Dawn. And, you know, I know we keep talking about Dawn, but we are doing it for a reason. She is an amazing woman, and in a couple minutes you will get to meet the lady, the founder of this wonderful event. You are going to fall in love with her. She has that energy. She just pulls you in, and it really does make you desire to inspire. Okay, so tell me, can you tell me more about your work? What do you do on, you know, professionally or personally? What do you do?
Sure. Well, I'm a women's empowerment coach and
I feel empowered already just by standing next to you.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Thank you. Yeah. So go ahead.
So from a very young age, I felt inspired to work with women, with girls and women, and to encourage and inspire women to be the strongest version of themselves that they can be and to give back to the world. And I believe that women have a very unique and special role on this planet right now to give our love and to give our compassion and our heart to the changes that most need it. And this being the perfect example of a strong woman and what impact she can have by sharing her love with the world. There could not be a more perfect example of my work than Dawn, because that is the type of woman that I really desire to inspire, is to bring more women like her out and to give the confidence and the courage to be the truth of who we are. And I believe that women's love and heart and leadership is needed like never before on this planet. And that's what I strive to do.
That is awesome. This is what we call girl power. Watch out, because this is a movement and it's not stopping. It's only getting better and better. And we are so blessed to have wonderful guests here who have really committed their lives to make that a mission, to empower women who may feel like they're maybe too much or too little or not enough, and just showing them that you are enough, just who you are, and you can inspire change in this world. Thank you so much. And like, again, it was so nice meeting you, and I'm sure we'll talk some more. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Now we have another guest here. Come on, Chan. Now this lady, she is lovely. Everybody just look at her. She is lovely. I got to meet her for the first time yesterday, and we bonded. We had a blast. She has the most beautiful smile, and I can tell you, if I'm having a headache today and I look at her, I think the headache will just melt away. That's how great she makes you feel. So tell us more about yourself. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Chong Lee.
Chang Lee, now tell us how you met Dawn.
Okay, well, I met Dawn through Laura J. Swan's Conscious Feminine Leadership Academy back in 2016. And ever since then, she has been one of the greatest friends and sisters in my life. She does have the greatest heart. And for Desire to Inspire, it definitely represents who she is. She inspires me, the number one person.
How has she inspired you?
She has inspired me by following her heart and by giving, just without any expectations, with loving people without any expectations. That is inspiring, because in the world today, that is very rare to find. And Dawn is very rare.
That is very true. Dawn is like a rare gem that you find, or she finds you, because she knows how to find people. And when she finds you, you are actually happy that you have been found. So thank you so much for coming to support her. Now, where are you from?
From Wisconsin.
So you mean to say you flew all the way from Wisconsin to come to this event to support our beautiful Dawn?
Yes, I would fly anywhere to support our beautiful Dawn and the women here, Allie, May, and Laura.
You know what? If you want a friend, you wanna have a friend like Chan. She'll fly anywhere to support you and your dreams. And I am just so honored to have met you here today. And I hope this is going to be a lifelong connection. And I truly, truly do appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you too, Clementine, and it is definitely going to be a lifelong connection.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now we have another guest here. Today was the first time I met her. So I was just minding my own business, and today walks in this beautiful woman in a beautiful white coat, and I said, wow, that woman looks ravishing. So I just have to ask her, why are you here and what's your name? So can you please?
Jennifer,
Jennifer?
and I'm here to support Dawn. I remember when this was a dream of hers 5 years ago, and it's now coming to fruition. This is our second one. And, you know, the world needs more people like Dawn.
Agreed.
Her heart and the love she has for kids and everybody, all humans alive, is just incredible and exceptional. She's an exceptional human being, and I'm so honored and proud to be part of this and part of her.
Well, thank you so much. And how did you meet Dawn?
I met Dawn through her husband, Bill. I worked with him for 11 years at Caruso.
Okay.
And I met Dawn and her kids, and every time there was a catastrophic event in the city, like I remember when Taylor was 5 or 6, she wanted to supply...
Taylor is her daughter. Taylor is Dawn's daughter.
She wanted to give all of the kids that experienced this huge fire in Pasadena teddy bears. So, and she was 6 years old, or, you know, very young when she did this. So ever since then, Dawn has touched my heart and her kids and her family. So,
and you know what? That's exactly what Dawn does. She touches your heart, and she just draws you so close to her. She makes you feel like you have known her for years and years. And I'm sure that has had an effect on you.
It's had a huge impact in my life. And just her friendship alone and her nurturing soul, it just touches me every single time. Every time I'm down, I know I can call Dawn and she'll inspire.
We're pretty much all calling. The phone must be ringing off the hook. We probably ranking up the minute. So, what inspired you to just want to change and for you?
For everything. I love to help people less fortunate. I have a servant's heart, so it's all about serving and loving each other. And there should be more love. So I think that's what drives me to.
And you know what? I love what you just said, a servant's heart. That is that's touching. When you hear about all types of leadership in this world, servant leadership is actually the best leadership technique out there. And I love servant to the people that you lead. Necessary tools they need to be the I've always been interested in servant for people who are brought that up today.
I don't know. I get grab that coat and put it on. So and it keeps me warm.
I'm sure your arms look just fine. And you know what? Use some more throughout the event, and not just because you're wearing a white black jacket. So so much for tuning in, and we'll be right back.
you. We're so honored to be here and to kick off this beautiful evening with you all. And Amahoro is an East African greeting. It means peace between us. Wherever we are, may we find peace for all the broken places in the earth and on this planet. And the next song that we're going to sing is a South African song. It's called Shumayela, and Emile will kind of lead these folks. And this is the Golden Bridge Community Choir.
So the next song is called Shumayela, and it's a traditional Xhosa song. It basically means preach the gospel. And it was a chorus, a church chorus sung during the struggle against apartheid. The gospel refers to both spiritual and political freedom. Thank you.
We have two more songs we're going to do with you tonight, for you and with you. My name is Maggie. That is Emile, Hassan, Dyer, Halliburton on drums, and there are too many names to mention here, but there's Charlotte and Donnie and Giada right down front center, so we'll share their names with you. And we're firm believers in the power of song, and we would be remiss if we didn't ask you to sing with us. So the next song comes from South Africa. It's called Hele Mama, and we're going to ask you to sing it with us. We feel that no important things happen in this world that don't begin with song, so yes, here we go.
So, Hele Mama means hail to the mother. You gotta know. We live on the mother, so you better respect her. So there are three parts. You can choose whichever part you want. Low voices, middle voices, and high voices. So the low voices are going to do this. Oh, and you have to do the, it will become clear. Hele mama, mama, hele mama, hele mama, hele mama, mama, hele mama, hele mama. Part 2, which will be sung simultaneously, is okay.
We're going to start over a little lower.
Yeah. So, hele mom, oh yeah. Hele mama, mama, hele mama, hele mama, hele mama, mama, hele mama, hele mama, hele mama, mama. That's part 2. Hele mama, 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 hele mama, 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 hele mama, mama, great. Now, for those of you with higher voices, you're going to cue off with group 2. So when you hear, iyo, iyo, mama, mama, iyo, iyo, mama, mama, iyo, iyo, mama, mama, iyo, iyo, mama. One more time. Excellent. Okay, so are we ready? So, we'll start with the low voices and we'll just bring in each higher voice as we go. 1, 2, 3. Hele mama, mama, hele mama, hele mama, hele mama, mama, hele mama, hele mama, hele mama, mama, hele mama, hele mama, hele mama, mama, hele. Okay, group 2. Hele mama, 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 hele mama, 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 hele mama, 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 hele mama, mama. Group 3. Mama, iya, iya, mama, mama, iya, iya, mama, mama, iya, iya, mama, You guys sound pretty good. You put me in the choir. Just like this one. Yeah.
Okay, so we have one more song for you. This song is called One Village. It's a song that I wrote for the choir some years ago, and it's become an anthem for us, and so we really want to share it with you, and we're so happy that Charlotte and Bonnie and Gianna are here to sing the verses for you.
It's becoming an anthem for all of our choirs. There's a whole network of choirs across North America. They're loving this song.
everybody do a standing ovation, but I didn't even need to. Are amazing. When I first met Maggie, this woman, she was like, you know what, we only do a few of these a year, but she goes, I'm going to do yours. And I was
the work in the world, and I'm just so happy that all of you are here to support her and to sit here and be with each other and learn more tonight. So we're super honored. I love how this is. Choir. We've been in Los Angeles for 12 years, and we're at goldenbridgechoir.com. If you send us your information, we'll let you know when we're having our concerts and when our session opens. We are non-audition.
Mistress of ceremonies. Some of you may have heard her over there. Miss Clementine Bihiga, would you like to come up and address the crowd?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How is everyone doing today? Wasn't that awesome? That choir just brought goosebumps on me. This is such an amazing night, and we're just so lucky to have a beautiful choir like that to welcome us today. It's unfortunate that they're in the back, but I actually wanted to address them. One of the songs they sang, actually the first song, called Amahoro, that's my native mother tongue, and it means peace. And that was just so lovely because we cannot equate, a lot of people don't equate Rwanda with peace. And I was so glad that they had that song saying peace in my mother tongue. But it's something that's really unheard of in my country. So I'm not going to speak much today here. I am very honored to be the MC of this event. I believe in Dawn and the work that she's doing. I could stand here and talk all night, but I'm not going to do that because we gotta eat, right? And the show has to go on. So please enjoy your dinner and we shall meet again. Thank you. Hello, this is Clementine again, and I would like to welcome you to the second annual Desire to Inspire Gala Dinner Awards show today. And we have had a great time so far. We have interviewed wonderful guests who came here to support this movement. But today, at this moment, I am so honored to introduce to you the woman who has brought this whole event together. We love this woman. She has inspired us all. We've had people who have flown all the way from different states to just be here and realize her vision with her, and it's just an honor. So I would love to welcome Mrs. All right, girl. I would love to welcome Mrs. Dawn Whitey. This is amazing. I am so sorry to butcher your name like that. It's all the excitement that's going on in here, girl.
It happens every day.
So this is Miss Dawn Whitey. Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Dawn. So how are you feeling today? This has been your dream, and now you're here. Tell me, what's going on in your mind?
I am so happy with everything, the way it's turned out. All of the people here are like some of the best people I've ever met in my life, and I'm just so grateful to see like the vision come to reality, from the lights in the background to our centerpieces. They all like came to life from just an imagination. So
how does a woman like you are from Ohio originally, right? And I am from Ohio too, so we definitely have a lot in common. But how did this idea come to be? How did you just think of creating a movement like this? How was that like?
I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I've always loved children. Children are one of my... I love children. I love animals. I love like anything that needs like a nurturing and care. And I've always been very drawn to Africa. I do not know why. I still don't know why, but I love the children there. I love the people there. I think Africa is magical. And I know everybody that I know that has gone there has come back with the same, like it's a life-changing experience.
But there are so many people, Dawn. There are so many people that go to Africa and they come and they're so motivated to make a positive impact in the world, but it just stays in their head. You know, what kind of advice can you give folks like that, folks that really want to make a change but don't know where to begin?
Well, you know, fortunately, there are a lot of people doing amazing work on the ground in Africa. There are organizations that are in all of the areas of need. And when I meet somebody doing something on the ground in Africa, I celebrate it, because I know that the need is so great. The only way we can fix this is when we all work together. So I'm excited to be able to work with groups like You at Heart Foundation and Teach for Growth and Dream Shapers and Charity Rock. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody, but these people are on the ground every single day, getting the volunteers, finding the money, the resources, and you know, it's a movement that's happening, and so I think the more of us that just join the effort, the better.
So definitely working together has been a great way for Dawn to realize her dreams of helping these children in Africa who really need support, who really need to feel like they have hope and that they can accomplish everything they want. So how many times have you been to Africa, Dawn, and when are you going back?
I've been twice. I've been for about 3.5 weeks the first time, 4 weeks the second time. I've gone to 4 different countries. The people are all different in the different areas. The landscapes are all different, and it is... I am going back in April, so my plan is to go as often as I possibly can. I met these children. I love these children. I want to be involved in their lives. And my daughters said, do not bring children home. Do not adopt them. So I haven't. I have left them.
At least not yet.
No, because you know what? They can thrive where they are. That is their home. That is where they can make the biggest impact on their community. So what we ask of the children that we help is anybody that we help, not just the children, but to pay it forward, to be the ripple effect. Somebody's helped you one day because you needed the help. Pay that back to somebody else. And that's the way we change the world, when everybody's doing it.
I love it. I love it. It's the ripple effect. That is so true. Now, I might be biased here, but I know you've been in a couple countries in Africa, and one of them is Rwanda, where I'm from. Can you share with us what you learned about Rwanda?
Oh my gosh, I learned so much in every single place I have been. Rwanda was beautiful, it was magical, mountainous and green and lush and very modern, and I think the common thread amongst all of the people that I've met in all of the countries is that they're all kind and joyful and see like a beauty in life that I think sometimes we forget in this country. And that's one of the things that I wanted to start this award show, is because I wanted to bring that love and the hope that they have there to people in this country, because I think that sometimes we feel a little lost.
Right, that is very true. And so what do you hope that our guests or your guests take away from this event today?
I want people to feel inspired that they too can make a difference in the world. I am just a woman that grew up in a small town in Ohio, and you know what, I had a dream of making a difference, and you know what, it was just saying I'm going to do it. And it's hard, and there are obstacles, and that is in every aspect of life, and you just plow through it, because at the end of the day, my why is those children, and that makes me, there's nothing that can keep me from doing what I need to do.
Well, Dawn, you have inspired so many of us. We all have our own dreams, and we want to definitely follow your footsteps in making the world a better place, coming up with solutions that will empower these children. And I have to tell you, there are so many people out there that feel like, you know, we are giving to Africa, but there is no return, and you don't see a difference or a change. But I am here to tell you today that you are making a change. Each child that you touch is appreciative, and Dawn can be a testimony to that. So we definitely encourage you to go on the webpage www.desiretoinspirefoundation.org and look at the kind of work that Dawn is doing. You can go ahead and register to get newsletters to see what's going on. You can even get a trip. You can go on there and volunteer to go to Africa and meet these children face to face and hold them and love them and hug them, and they will tell you how much big of a difference that you're making in their lives. And if you're not able to go, that's fine. You can be an ambassador for this wonderful organization and just spread the word. The more people that know about this movement, the better, and the more children will be impacted. So Dawn, you are an awesome woman. You are a fighter. Most importantly, you are a masterpiece, because no one else in this world would ever do what you're doing. This is you, and I'm just so humbled to be in your presence right now. And thank you so much for everything you're doing. Thank you. You're awesome. And you've seen her. That was Dawn Whitty, the founder of this awesome event, and we'll be right back. Thank you. learn more about the Desire to Inspire Foundation. But before we do that, I just want to let you know that right in the back, we have an auction going on, a silent auction. We have amazing products there, amazing gifts. You definitely want to get your hands on at least one of them. If you bid for all of them and you win all of them, that will be quite all right.
And then you get clay for a day.
And then you get, oh, that's a new one. Okay, you get clay for a day. And remember, clay is the director of everything and anything. So you are allowed to use him however. Okay. There you go. We agree to that. We also have a merchandise table on my left. That table has some beautiful artifacts and just beautiful handmade products that came from Africa. You know, they are very beautiful, but 100% of the proceeds go to the Desire to Inspire Foundation. Okay, so let's go on there and do that. Let's just play a video of the work that Dawn has been involved in our
beautiful. We're gonna watch it again. It's on, obviously. Do you know what makes me happy? What? Wow. What? The children, they're smiling. You know, I am from Africa. And unfortunately, a lot of the times when we see children there and give them hope and you know, just get them, they make videos, but they just that are like crying and sad and just hopeless. And her vision is see the potential in the kids. You see her happy and you doing, these kids feel the of them smiling. This is so different from other organizations. We can already see this child nothing. See, look at that. That is so goosebumps, because I do. I mean, yes. Yes, good. Okay. And a little story. 8 years old. A traumatic event. About everywhere. Movies have. A survivor of the Rwandan genocide and civil war in 19. Was 8 years old. At that time, neighbors were killing each other, eating together, sharing a meal together, going to church together. All of a sudden, killing each other. And with the ethnicity, group wanted to be in one person, and you pick up every where I was going. All I knew that country. Days. And I lived in refugee camps. Some of the diseases, I am a survivor of. There was typhoid. We would, and maybe normal at the age of 8. I felt like my life. And I remember before this, when I was a little girl, my father, someone one day. My dad is always like, that is my to be someone one day. You are going to touch people's lives. Be hardworking. Know how to manage your. But then I'm sitting in refugee camps, malnourished, death, Are those dreams reality? I've always, it was hard. I believe seeing a woman carrying 2 children walked for so long. She's so tired. Behind. Take with them. Mother, as a woman, put yourself in. This is what I have. Humanity. We are lucky. We had organizations come in. We had NGOs come with being African and just, you know, saying white. We thought white folks were closer. Pictures of Jesus. They don't paint them black. Like, we are going to be safe. Stroke their hair and just like, we are going where. And you know what? Yes, it was serious. Everything. When you give a little girl and be a princess, and agent of change, one day I got as an 8-year-old. The UN came in, the NGOs, and they would build, they would show. And my friend, I'm malnourished. All right? And I have dreams because people like Dawn can bring a little. I know I was going to be a motivational speaker. I did not know I was going to be an agent of change. I didn't even know I was going to do. That's what desire to inspire is. Out of her shell. I know. I didn't have that confidence. I did not know that people like Dawn and light, you know, out of me, allow me to be who I am and share my by other little girls. Like, you know, I was there. I was that. You will make a difference. You will be an agent of change. So when you leave, for a lot of us, when we feel like, you know, all money, donate this, and sometimes you don't even know where this money is going to someone. I am telling you that spend here is going in a child in Africa. You can sleep tonight and knowing that if it wasn't for you, in refugee camps, will not be standing. Go home with that message. Each bag, in each goodie bag, called Happily Broken, discovered because I discovered who I was, the pain and the suffering into a whole being, into a whole new being. That I wrote, and I hope you enjoy it. You're all beautiful. You have beautiful hearts. Thank you. And thank you so much.
So this is the reason that we've all gathered. I think you've all being here. That's one of the reasons. But one of the other amazing reasons that humans that walk the planet that I get to know them, but I really do this well. This is not for my heart because I could. Because everybody wants to know something. Being really official about everything, but amazing people. One of the messages that they're all special. I think everyone is born. What I want to do when I go there is to teach and their reason is amazing. We are blessed. We have struggles. We have a lot of struggles. We're glimmers of hope and live our best lives, and I happen to know that I honor three of them. The first, I don't have any book, but like she's not here tonight. She's an event in Texas. I took away from that book was that huge this existence anymore. It is such a powerful force. Transcends everything, and that's the reason I do everything I do. So like kind of opened my eyes to like the thing that love is like that big of a factor. So I wanted, she's not here. I'll probably send it to her. We'll figure it out. That's like Laura Lynn Jackson, the light between us, her book. I want you all to like read about her the existence isn't all that we just create. Laura. But if you do watch this, one of the things making me open my eyes to know what to say. I walked with a whole bunch of other people. Tension and abundance and woman who walks into the room. And then as soon and then I got I am so proud to say she's my mentor. She has like taught me so much. Africa process, but when she like we just envision she's the only one that can bring this out of me. Like magical, like I have such a light. Not just the way you've been with me, but that I've ever spoken to that knows more beautiful light. Thank you for being that person. Life, you've taught me trust and boundaries. Everybody needs to know. I would like to come up here. I want you to speak, but before you do that, I want to say transformational workshops. She has an amazing one. To Inspire Foundation is a choice that she donates a portion of the retreat that's going to be in I got your award.
So this is a night where I know that the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into my work is really worth it. Because if I inspired a woman like her, I know that my work is truly done what I always dreamed of. And so I think that we are all here to help each other. I really believe with all my heart that when we reach out to people in need, whether it be someone you see in the grocery store or on the streets or your family, that we have such an ability to help each other and to open our hearts to the people that are most in need. And we see the tragedies that are in the news right now, and we wonder, I wonder in my heart, what would have happened if someone had reached out to those young boys that were hurting. We all have a chance to do that. And so, if I had inspired this woman who inspires me, I am grateful beyond words that my work in my life has been able to inspire something so special and to have an impact to these children. I've been in Africa too, I went to Uganda. I know what we do here. It can be so, the giving that we give has such an enormous impact to places in the world that have nothing. And I cannot say enough about whatever you can give, know that it has such an impact. I mean, I've been on the ground in Africa, and the gratitude and the love and the joy that those children have for what we were able to give to them is beyond words. So whatever we can do, it means so much. And I'm so grateful that you are doing this and helping all of us to give more. So thank you so much.
woman, we are doing the things that we are doing in Africa. She gave me the confidence and the courage when it got hard. It's hard, you know, I mean, it's hard. But when I doubted myself and when I didn't think I could do it, and then life was all falling around me, she told me I could do it. And I believed her. Like, so I borrowed her name. And I think a lot of women do. You guys can all attest, right? So thank you all for being in this moment. Okay, so our third recipient, and this is not in any particular order, this is just alphabetical. Allie Mae Thompson is our next award winner, and I don't even know how I can not go on for hours about how amazing I think this human being is. When I met her at Laura Lynn Jackson's retreat where I met Laura Swan, and there was a bunch of women, and I happened to get paired with Allie Mae. And I got the chance to talk to her, and her heart was so beautiful, and I had my book, which is back there, I had it like literally on poster boards with things like pasted on it. And I brought it in and I said, yeah, this is my book. And she goes, you have it in your car? And I said, yeah, I actually did. But she's such a beautiful light. And when I first talked to her, I remember, like, after the retreat, she told me, oh yeah, you know, I'm donating an organ to my neighbor. But it was just like so nonchalant. Like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. And I thought, like, how do I even know somebody who like donates an organ? I think I like to help people, but I don't know if I can do that. So Allie Mae, everybody that knows you, your presence, your kindness, your love, is just, it calms a room, it comes in, it's just beautiful and wonderful. And I am so grateful to be able to call you a friend. You inspire me, you know, like ridiculous amounts. So thank you for being the person that you are. I would like you to be able to speak and talk about whatever you want to talk about. So Allie Mae Thompson.
Audiobook, The Light Between Us, 2 times. I decided to look her up and discover she was coming to the San Diego area for a psychic medium's women's circle. In the circle, I sat next to the lovely Dawn. We connected instantaneously, sharing creative ideas and learning of her book to come, which has not been published. I met Laura J. Swan for the first time that same day, and joined her online course, Lead from Love, which naturally prepared me for the Fierce Grace Sisterhood. Fierce Grace Sisterhood was an intimate group of 7 women. Laura, Dawn, Emma, Jasmine, Joy, Rebecca, Chong, and I, committed to a 6-month sacred journey together, where we ultimately learn to move beyond our fears and step into our powers as leaders of life. This is where we all discovered our power secrets.
My respect and admiration for Don Witt, Laura Lynn Jackson, and Laura J. Swan is absolute. I dream awake, standing here beside them as an honoree. And thank you, Don, for pushing my edge of growth and ability to receive and be seen in this light. I understand that Spirit has plans for me that are much bigger than my fears, and I surrender to the realization that I am not running the show. In 2014, after many years of feeling depressed and lost in a life starved of purpose, I took a trip to India. The pure, palpable magic in the air alone was medicine. There was one particular special moment in the Ganges of Rishikesh, as I offered a flower and dipped in the sacred rivers. I experienced oneness for the first time. My cells merged with the spirit of the water. My identity of self vanished into everything. The presence of Ma Ganga consumed me with her healing grace. And from that day, my perception of God has shifted. I began seeing the gracious, omnipresent divine everywhere. I realized then that I didn't love myself, and I set out on a quest to heal my mind, body, and spirit. You may be wondering why I decided to wear a sari. Gotta look good for God. Honestly, it was an assignment. Learning to wear a sari and feeling worthy of its significance reminds me of the experience in the Ganges that day. We as humans are divine beings. I come to recognize my own divinity, and I'm learning to embody it in all I do. Dancing with my self-critic and learning to love my shadow with compassion for its story. We all deserve to be recognized for our profound and courageous self-work. Tonight is a communion of souls coming together in synchronistic harmony on our dharmic journeys to wholeness. I believe we are all saints and sages. Like Buddha, Ananda Mahima, and Jesus, we too walk the earth in times of great distress. Our planet needs more than one teacher of peace in the era of the Aquarian age. We need all awakened souls to embrace the divinity they behold in their energy fields. Developing our talents in harmony with life force energy, prana. Unlocking the powers hidden within the great mystery that are revealed in each revelation of personal and collective awakening. Burning off tapas, impurities stored in our energy systems through the power of presence. Consciously in communion with the Creator at all times, opening our lives to witness and participate in the divine play of the universe, also known as Leela. I have one question. Are you willing to do the work?
Yes.
You are here. You are here tonight by no mistake, and I believe this is the work. Showing up with open hearts, supporting one another, being seen as humans in the physical dimension, and simultaneously knowing each other as infinite. I love you all. I see the gracious omnipresent in each of you, remembering what is sacred from the air we breathe to the water we drink, to the food that grows organically, and the awe-inspiring solar system that teaches us balance and the art of patience. I witness miracles every day. I know we hold the wisdom to heal our species. And in doing so, will restore the balance to the natural world. I would like to thank the Divine Masculine for being here tonight. Thank you for being here, for holding space for the feminine consciousness as we discover solutions to our own resistance. Thank you for balancing our energies as we witness the natural phases of breakdowns and breakthroughs in the process of transformation. I'd like to share one of my favorite phrases from India, which means anything is possible. Sab kuch milega. I'd like to close with an om. Join me in receiving a deep breath. Let's receive another deep breath. Bring our hearts together in the heart chakra. Bring your hands together at the heart chakra. And take a deep breath into the heart.
Thank you, Emile. Okay, really quick. I was like really hoping I would almost be done. But Allie Mae is such the person that will never tell you like how amazing she is. But this woman is an organ donor, and she just recently donated an organ for her friend's child who didn't even get the organ because there was a better match found, and that pushed her up on the list. But you know, I think that I'm pretty giving, but I don't know if I could give an organ. So, Allie Mae, you are deserving of every. You know what? Could we do that for all of our honorees? Because they are all just like amazingly beautiful, loving, giving women in this world. So much for what you guys are putting into the world, because you guys inspire me, and I think that one of the things that any of us can do on this planet is to inspire somebody to be a better person. So thank you all for coming. You guys all inspire me. I can look around this room and like every one of you I love. And thank you for being here. We're gonna have some like fun like dancing stuff happening after this is over. The silent auction is going to close pretty much after this is over. So if there's any cool thing that you want, I just want you to know that these are donations that have come in from amazing corporations and businesses. And you know, we've got some cool stuff over there. We've got some amazing committee members that have worked really hard in packaging it and making this all happen. So take a look. You know, we're not going to like make everybody like feel bad for not getting anything, but maybe we will. So thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your evening. It's an amazing night. Laura Swan, Ellie Mae Thompson, Laura Lynn Jackson. I know that somewhere you will get this. You guys are all, thank you for inspiring me, because of you, that's why this is all happening. Those children's lives are going to be changed because of it. So,
thank you, guys.
Sisters at my table, you guys are going to come over here. We're going to do a little picture that you know I love so much. So let's get it over. Okay, so I'm going to call you out. Laura Swan, Rebecca, Chong. Who else? Who else? Who else? Sorry. Allie Mae.